Luck can... Futile!
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Recently, the Adventurers Guild has received an unusual commission, and after careful consideration, we believe that...
The Traveler would be the most suitable candidate, right?
Indeed, as ever. I will spare the pleasantries then. May I ask if you two are available to help? Well, let me go over it briefly. Our client for this job is the Yashiro Commission. Apparently, Rift Hounds are attacking the roots of the sacred sakura nearby Mount Yogo in Great...
Rift Hounds? On Narukami Island?
Yes. We are not sure. The sacred sakura is of tremendous importance to Inazuma. I trust you are aware of this already? Good. Then you can see that this case...
Is the Tenryo Commission aware?
Yes, and they are already taking action of their own. Their main priority is to protect the civilian population. The Adventurers Guild is one of the key parties assisting the Tenryo Commission with their work. But so far, the combined efforts to combat the Rift Towns has failed to substantially ameliorate the situation. You have our deepest gratitude. Your confident response puts me far more at ease. I will mark on your map the areas where Rift Town appearances have been recently reported.
Relax. We'll be back before you can say Ad Astra Abyssosk. The sacred sakura's in danger again, huh? Who'd have thought? Keeping the sacred sakura safe was Hanachiru Sato's greatest wish, and now these mangy mutts are trying to destroy it! Time to teach him a lesson! They're attacking the sacred sakura! Stop them!
Get out of here! Out of the way!
One with the forest.
Let's light it up!
Nowhere to run. Can't. Futile.
All hail!
Enshroud. I'll uproot you. Surrender.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Your sins weigh upon your soul. Your penance is due. Guilty. You stand condemned.
Wow, there are so many of them! No wonder the Tenryo Commission needed help! Come on, Traveler, you can take them!
Let's light it up!
Futile.
Born of ice and frost.
One with the forest.
Let's light it up! Torn to oblivion!
Shogun? Wait, no. Could also be A.
Oh, it's you two. It has been a long time. We have not seen each other since the resolution of the Tenryou Commission crisis.
Okay, sounds more like A. It is you, right? You sure made short work of them. That was amazing.
I'm making early preparations for what is to come. Last time we took a walk around Inazuma together, I witnessed the way the world is today. Since then, every time I encounter an obstacle in my thinking, I find myself having the urge to spend some time in the outside world.
Makes sense. You must get super bored being stuck in there all the time.
Might I remind you that I am not here to amuse myself. Recently, I have observed a number of changes in the external world from the plane of Euthymia. The most serious of these being the attack on the sacred Sakura by numerous rift hounds. I considered this matter worthy of my attention, so I pursued them, and they led me here, where I happened to run into you. If the Shogun rather than I were to discover them, yes, perhaps she would have left the situation alone.
Hmm? Why? Because she's just a puppet?
Precisely. According to the rules I designed for her, matters of this nature are to be delegated to the Tri-Commission. But rift hounds attacking the sacred Sakura... It brings back bad memories of that terrible disaster.
A disaster?
Yes. 500 years ago, a great catastrophe befell Inazuma. Everything was engulfed in a pitch-black fog, and monsters ravaged the land. Countless lives were lost, and this homeland that the people had worked so hard to build barely escaped being obliterated entirely. The monsters committed many atrocities on Inazuman soil, and the Rift Hounds were always their advance guard. Their duty was to tear open a passage through space with their claws and teeth, and then call in even more powerful beasts. So you've heard of it too. That's an episode of history that I am loath to recall. Maybe, but an excess of caution is not unwarranted in this.
Guess you can't argue with that.
Since we are both here for the same reason, let us work together. From the traces they've left in the surrounding area, there should be many more monsters nearby.
Paimon feels so safe when we're in Ace company. Having someone uber powerful on your team kind of makes you feel invincible, doesn't it? Oh yeah, after we've dealt with the monsters, we should ask her to tell us more about Conria. This color! It's similar to the color when the sacred Sakura takes damage. Let's follow it. It should be this way.
We are lucky. The damage is not too serious. The Yashiro Commission will be able to nurse the root system back to health.
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or something? And how come it's glowing? Huh? What's this? Could they be dead people? It wouldn't be the first time we'd seen ghosts on our journey, but why would they appear here?
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
I can't go on like this. Not when the other troops are counting on me.
What happened here? Could you tell us?
Who are you? What are you doing here? Run quick while you still can. The monsters will be back. And once you're in their sights, I'm telling you there's no escaping them. We will defend Inazuma until our dying breath. You don't know? Inazuma is engulfed in darkness. Beasts and horrifying monsters are everywhere. They are merciless, ferocious, and they will devour everything in their path. Every last trace of humanity's existence, I tell you. They'll devour it all.
But look, none of that seems to be going on around here.
Not right now, but they'll be back. Look, get out of here. Now! There's no time left! The almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu. There is no one left to rely on but ourselves. I don't know how long we can hold out for. But if we abandon our hope, then we've got nothing left at all.
Don't worry, I'm right here.
It's the Shogun? You're back. Please, we beg you. You have to help us. You have to save Inazuma. Only the glow of your supreme lightning can dispel this terrible darkness. Please, or the whole of Inazuma will be reduced to a hunting ground for the beasts.
Calm down. The war you speak of is over.
Over? But what do you mean?
Look around you. The grass grows green and lush, and a soft breeze blows. This is Inazuma at peace, as you will no doubt remember. There are no monsters, nor is there anything else here that could threaten your life.
What? But how? Just moments ago, they were everywhere. I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my own eyes.
Hey, calm down. Everything's fine now.
I think I understand. Almighty Shogun, you saved Inazuma. Yes, we were right to place our trust in the Almighty Shogun. As long as the Shogun is with us, Inazuma will last for an eternity. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, thank you.
What's wrong with him?
He's gone.
Paimon can't even begin to understand what that was all about. But somehow, Paimon feels all sad and hopeless.
If I am not mistaken, what we just saw was a samurai's memory that was buried in the land. The sacred sakura can absorb and purify the filth in the ley lines. After the Rift Hounds attacked, some of this filth leaked out through the cracks in the trunk and formed a physical entity. An entity formed with strong filth would be highly aggressive. But when purified, it presents in the form of a memory. Purified filth quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the ley lines shortly afterwards. In other words, it cannot exist for too long.
So the memories of the ones that died are all appearing at this moment?
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was describing just now was precisely the disaster that happened in Inazuma. 500 years ago. Yes, Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time. Some were local in origin, while others... Others came from the now fallen kingdom of Kanria. The disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern. I felt that I had to step in before it was too late, otherwise it would spread to all of Tevat. But my friend, Kitsune Saiku, reassured me that I had nothing to worry about. She would shoulder the responsibility of protecting Inazuma and mobilize all forces at her disposal to combat the threat. I could tell that, although neither of us acknowledged it, we both knew that the road ahead would likely end in tragedy.
So, Inazuma was attacked at the same time as when the disaster happened in Kanria?
Indeed. Countless monsters suddenly appeared throughout all of Inazuma. In the end, Kitsune Saigu sacrificed her life to... I never had the chance to see her one last time. But even then, Inazuma was left more devastated than...
Hey.
Yes. For the longest time, I couldn't bring myself to face the pain of that loss. All my martial might was in vain. Though I could conquer Tatarigami and vanquish monsters, I was helpless against the ravages of time, powerless to keep the ones I cherished alive. But after my clash with human ambition, I thought long and hard. Now I realize I cannot fixate on the past forever. When I traveled around Inazuma with you, I caught a glimpse of how the nation has progressed over the centuries. Moving forward inevitably invites further loss. Just think of that soldier. Despite all the losses he had experienced, he still chose to keep fighting. All those who sacrificed themselves back then gave their lives fighting for a future. As Inazuma's god, it is high time I honored their wishes. Warriors of the past, who spilled your blood on this land, your noble souls now rest in this earth. I will never forget you, and all that you did for Inazuma.
He's taking all this pretty hard.
Come on. Let's keep investigating the damage to the sacred Sakura.
Surrender!
As expected, there are a load of Rift Hounds here too!
Leave them to me. There is no escape! Ha! Inazuma shines eternal! Ha! Ha!
Huh? Something seems wrong with A.
Why would you ask that?
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword and swish! Vaporize them all in one go!
You are unduly concerned. I'm simply conserving my energy. Although I have some understanding of the situation already, I must be prepared for anything. If there are more...
Ah, makes sense! Spoken like a seasoned shogun. The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. We definitely need to Hey! The same light is leaking out again!
Furuyama? Is that you?
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon?
I thought you were off fighting a battle in a distant land.
Fighting a battle in a distant land? Sounds like this guy's talking about 500 years ago.
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. He is a tea master and a member of my retinue. Though blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in his ability to appraise tea. He brews some of the very finest tea in all of Inazuma.
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. I have simply had the good fortune to be in your Excellency's presence long enough to become acquainted with all the skills that are required of me. It sounds like the almighty Shogun has brought a guest. I'm afraid I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshments on account of the current situation. But please, sit and rest. After all, it's quite a mess out there.
What should we do? Oh, yeah. Sheesh. There's monsters everywhere out there. It's pitch black and loads of people have been injured.
I see. So, they have fought their way this far already. Most of the residents in this neighborhood have already escaped. They wanted to take me with them, but it seemed rather pointless to me. So, I decided to stay. And now the almighty Shogun is here, I have even less reason to run away. Imagine if this was something that even the almighty Shogun was powerless to resolve. Where could I possibly run to then? People flee out of a desire to live on, and the desire to live on stems from a feeling of having unfinished business in life. But me, I have no such thoughts, and I have no regrets. The almighty Shogun often speaks to me about her dreams over tea. Just listening to her stories, I've been blind for many years, but her vivid descriptions took me on a splendid journey to all the most beautiful places in Inazuma. Over time, I've come to understand her mindset. Quite the romantic at heart, a true dreamer. One thing she always says is, good things don't last forever. Everything changes, fades, disappears completely over the passage of time. And so, people must make the most of the life they have, seize the chance to enjoy it while it lasts, and have no regrets in the end. So you see, as bleak as things may be now, I have experienced countless wonderful things in life.
Perhaps you are...
It won't be long now before I have to say goodbye to the almighty Shogun for the last time. What a pity. I'll never get to see what Inazuma looks like after the almighty Shogun rebuilds it anew. But I suppose it doesn't matter. Everyone says that Inazuma has turned... Once this catastrophe is over, life is sure to spring forth anew. But even if I survived until then, I'd probably be a hopelessly befuddled old so-and-so by then. So, never mind, eh? Oh, goodness me. Speaking of befuddled, look at me rambling away to my heart's content. The almighty Shogun comes to visit and I don't have the tea ready. A truly egregious One moment, I'll just... Where in the world is the tea set? I hope the others didn't smash it to smithereens in their hasty departure.
Can't see a tea set anywhere around here.
Really? But it's always been right by my side. Goodness gracious. What? I couldn't possibly have my guests fetch it themselves. That would be most discourteous indeed.
Don't worry about it. Take a rest. We'll be back right away.
Almighty Shogun, you're not going too, are you? No, no, no. Your humble servant implores you, not with the war raging outside.
This place is... complicated. It's quite unlike the tea house in your memory. Leave it to us.
But... well, okay. I never thought I'd see the day that I need the almighty Shogun to personally collect my tea set for me. I can't decide whether it's a final regret or a final stroke of good fortune.
urgent thing to do right now. But at the same time, this lovely old man from 500 years ago has been through so much. And it makes Paimon so sad.
I'm also feeling very nostalgic for his tea.
Oh, why don't we go to the Kamisato estate? There'll definitely be a tea set we can borrow there.
Nowhere to run! It's the Traveler. And the almighty Shogun. How might I be of assistance, Your Excellence?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, sure. I'll fetch that for you right away. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, almighty Shogun. Oh, and I'll inform my lord about your visit immediately. Ah, and the tea set. I'll bring that here as soon as it's ready.
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer to spend this time chatting with the Traveler.
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
Well, it's not often we have the chance to chat. I'm sure you must have a lot of questions.
Right. Paimon wanted to ask that too.
I seldom had the time to drink tea. So, in the vast majority of cases, he may well have had an inkling about there being two Raiden Shoguns. The philosophy of life that he shared with us just now.
You and Makoto had pretty different...
Indeed we did. In her eyes, the most precious things in this world, they are similar. When you came charging into the plane of Euthymia, I saw human aspirations light up the sky far above in the form of countless stars. Now, it seems like she was right, while I took the wayward path.
Wow. There sure was a lot going on beneath the surface.
Makoto saw a bigger picture than I did. An ambition is a yearning for something material, or a Makoto was more concerned.
That's, quite a lot to take in.
To put it simply, Makoto wasn't concerned about I didn't understand at the time. I suppose what it comes down to is the definition of eternity. Yes, it does. But in the last analysis...
Do you feel you're starting to understand?
You have already witnessed my previous... But now...
Almighty Shogun, I found a tea set. This one in particular should be fit for your Excellency's use.
It's quite beautiful.
You are too kind. A humble servant such as I does not deserve the
It's all good, sir. She's actually pretty chill.
Let us return. We ought not keep Furuyama waiting too long.
Futile!
Hey, he wouldn't have gone looking for a tea set himself, would he?
Or perhaps the ley lines did not have the power to sustain him for...
So we won't get to drink his tea? We didn't even have a chance to say goodbye.
The information held in the ley lines is complex and disorderly. The fact that we were able to meet him to begin with was a miracle. Well, this chance won't come often, and we do have a tea set. I've watched Furuyama brew tea on many occasions. The tea is ready. Please give it a try. So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. I'm not sure how to explain it. You're right. But the things I've been reminded of many people. Back at the Yashiro Commission, the events of 500 years ago not only robbed me of my friend, Kitsune Saiku.
She died in that disaster too?
Yes. She went to Conria alone. Without... Unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist. Whenever similar crises had arisen in the past, but this time, the circumstances were so grave that Makoto had no choice. Yes. She had already lapsed into one. It was there that we bid each other a final farewell. Why did she go to Conria first, and not I? It was there and then that I resolved.
That's quite a...
When I returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree had appeared on Mount Yogo. The tree that you know as the sacred sakura. That's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. No one questioned it. In the end, I simply had to with the help of the sacred sakuras.
This is all really hard to understand.
Yes. I once told myself that but even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue, once swallowed, leaves some sweetness in the throat. And it's time I came to terms with it all.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you experienced that battle in person...
Sister? I had heard that you were looking for your family. You mean to say that she was somehow involved in the Conria disaster?
Based on what we've learned so far, it seems so, yeah.
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole thing. By the time I arrived, the worst of the fighting was already over. And also... So, I am afraid I can't help you.
Oh, well, that's a shame. Boy, both of you have experienced great tragedy.
With this last cup of tea, thank you, Destiny, for giving us the chance to meet again.
We should go. Let's keep following the traces.
Very well. Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last.
Surrender! Futile!
Once again, please leave them to me.
Hey! Are you sure you're all right?
Fear not. Fighting is what I do best. Shine down! Illusion shot!
Are you all right?
I'm fine. There is no escape! Shine down! Remove all obstacles.
Maybe you should leave this one to us.
My apologies.
Don't worry about it. Just we'll deal with the monster. Look, that's the same light again.
Where am I? Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too. Are you injured, Your Excellency?
I'm quite all right. Just feeling a little stiff.
We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Come on, men. They're coming back for more.
Don't! It's too dangerous.
Danger is our duty, ma'am. If we were the kinds to shy away from danger, we never would have taken up arms to begin with.
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun. When the situation looks bleak, we will draw on the power granted to us by the gods.
Is that a vision?
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent, and their willingness to grant their power to humans means they have high expectations for us. If the Almighty Shogun is in trouble, now of all times is the moment for us to honor that.
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
Nobody knew where Your Excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we've found you. You're right, just the sight of you appearing before us once more has reignited the hope in our hearts. This hope is the light that will guide us out from the darkness.
Everyone, on me!
We'll help too!
Huh? Affirmative, but watch your backs.
Protect the Almighty Shogun!
Blaze over.
Let's nip that in the bud.
Everybody stand back!
Through me, justice is served. You stand condemned. Guilty. And shroud.
No touching!
Nowhere to run. Your sins weigh upon your soul. Their penance is due.
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
I've never fought so fiercely before.
Thank you all.
Are you okay? Maybe you should keep resting.
I'm fine. I feel much better already.
You fought phenomenally. It was truly awe-inspiring. The monsters will definitely come back.
And when they do, it'll be more than a few Rift Hounds this time. Quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma City, and regroup with the General's forces as soon as possible.
When everyone sees the almighty Shogun safely returning,
Well, what are you guys gonna do?
We will stay here and guard against the monster's advance. We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together, we can face any number of monsters that come our way.
just leave it to us. Fighting is what we do best. But the almighty Shogun is the only one of us with the power to change the present state of affairs. No matter what kind of threat faces Inazuma, we...
Thank you all very much. I promise you that I will create a bright future for Inazuma. I should not have left it this late to make this promise. But from this moment forth, know that I shall be true to my word.
Don't worry, Your Excellency. We will never doubt your word as long as we live. With you leading us, we will claim back everything that Inazuma has lost.
Glory to the Shogun!
Glory to the Shogun!
They're gone.
It was both. The people's sacrifice has always the result being that in the centuries since then, you could take the view that, but even so, they are due a resolution.
Well, Paimon thinks that even if it's a few hundred years later...
Thank you for your comforting words. I used to think just like that summer, but what Inazuma needs more, even though I am utterly unlike Makoto, and can never become the person she was, I still need to do the things that she... Yes, they are. They are strong and as the Raiden Shogun they revere.
Well said. Sounds to Paimon like you figured things out.
Change will come to Inazuma, no matter how long it takes. Now that we've dealt with the Rift Hounds, this matter is halfway resolved. I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions to handle the follow-up work.
Alrighty then, let's move on. He looks calm on the outside, but Paimon bets her emotions must... She seems to have changed a lot since we left. Huh? What's wrong, eh? Come on, keep up. What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
My body... I can't move it. It looks like... the situation... No need. She... Can you help me walk? I need to go to the cave. But
Why? What's...
a battleground. One where I shall sever ties with the past. reflection of the Electro Archon. May the blossoms of the sacred Sakura bloom eternally.
Surrender!
We're finally here. The end.
Whoa! Where'd that Torii gate come from?
It's getting worse. This is a place I once sealed off with my own hands. It looks like she...
Huh? What are you talking about? And who is she?
Follow me.
Where are we go? Paimon's dizzy. Where did we get stuck? Whoa. This place... Look! Look over there! It's another A!
We meet again, traveler. This body is an assistant to the One Within, but it is also the guardian of the rules. Should the One Within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Wait! Paimon knows that voice! Is that... the pup?
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence of eternity. You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, you believe your present self is correct. But have you really been enlightened with new ideas? I'm here to show you We are both warriors.
Wait!
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier, as she indicates. But inside a realm of conscious... Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
Paimon gets that everyone has their internal battles and stuff. Hey, showdown with the Shogun?
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No. I would not try to...
Isn't there any other way? Can't you talk it through or something? But they both just want the best for Inazuma.
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which has been vested power over all the realm. It is the cohesive embodiment of all that constitutes the Raiden Shogun. It inherits A's pain. Every action undertaken is for this determination. Only rules shall Those were my thoughts when I... Now, they are... You wish to make yourself my enemy? I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity. And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Raiden A! In the end, even the proud and mighty Oni Maiden was cut down in disgrace. Though your blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth, never shall it shine as brightly as it once did. Ha! God! Inazuma shines eternal! The Kitsune Sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch-black rain. As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She's completely recovered?
This world, a fleeting shadow, torn to oblivion! Ha! Shine down! Absurd! Inazuma will fade silently into the clouds. There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time. Inazuma shines eternal! Illusion shattered! Inferior. Insolent. Be gone! Pathetic. There is no escape! Strike dead! Absurd! Torn to oblivion! The eye sweeps the lands! Illusion shattered! I shall not fall here! Lightning falls on the land of eternity! This ends now. Only emptiness awaits.
Have you finally defeated her?
It appears your martial prowess has not dulled. But how long can your will remain strong?
How the heck?
In this realm of consciousness, her existence is tenacious indeed. She was built to resist erosion. Her will is stronger than any other living beings, including you and me.
Then, does that mean this is gonna be a never-ending battle?
Maybe. But I have to prove to her that my present will is no product of erosion. The future I shall forge will be a grand undertaking. One that will be resistant to erosion. If I don't do this, the Shogun's rules can never change, and Inazuma can never move forward. This is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last, months, years, centuries, and no matter how many times we must fight, I will defeat her. 500 years ago, humanity proved their strength in battle. Here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge wayward practices, tear them out like the diseased wood of an old sakura tree, so that new, healthy branches might spring to life in their place. It is about time that I learned to trust them. I understand that. But if the dreams of which Makoto spoke are true eternity, I fight for the everlasting future of Inazuma. However long the battle may last, I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I shall one day return. This is my oath. Please, be my witness. During my absence, I place everything in Miko's hands.
But this means that...
Pass on my words.
Looks like we got kicked out. Oh, what do we do? Are we really just gonna leave A and the Shogun to keep on duking it out in there forever? She was making sense, and maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still... Right? Also, A can be pretty stubborn at times, and has a history of rushing into difficult situations. What if she gets too obsessed with winning, and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen, and then she might never leave again. Yeah, we should help her out, like we did last time. Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, you know, help her win the fight? Well, whatever. We can't let anything bad happen to... Oh, but we also can't get in there anymore. Okay, well, first things
Futile!
Someone's not in the best of moods. Let me guess. You're all tangled up in another situation and need me to unravel it. I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was anyone else, I don't think I'd have the patience to keep greeting them with a smile after the first few times.
But you're always smiling.
That was a figure of speech, do you understand? Nitpicking my turns of phrase. The sheer audacity.
Oh, yeah. Something really big's happened. It's A. She...
Oh, okay, I see. So, A's decided to palm Inazuma off on the humans, while she goes off on her own to fight a fierce battle that doesn't even have an end date. Impossibly stubborn. Jumps straight to the most extreme course of action imaginable. Presumes her sheer will can see her through. You know as well as I do that she's always been like this. Why start fretting about it now? Rushed into it without thinking. Well put. Oh, she acts like such a child sometimes. So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort of help? Who gave you that idea?
Is she playing dumb? She's doing this on purpose, for sure.
Aha, you're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't know much more about Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness than you do. All I know is that it's the foundation of the sacred Sakura, and from what I've heard, it's a little different from A's plane of euthymia.
Because Raiden Makoto is no longer alive?
Not just because of that. The nature of the space itself is different in some way. But I can only speculate. You're the ones who have actually been there, so you tell me. Anyway, we needn't worry about the details too much. It'll just be a little difficult to explain things later on, that's all. First things first. Follow me to the entrance. Now then, I always have my ways. It's just a question of how crafty I need to be. To the outsider, the realm of consciousness is a very abstract concept. Luckily, I'm A's familiar, so I can sense her rough way. In other words, even though I can't pinpoint the exact spatial location.
So, it's abstract, but has a location, but you don't know where it is, but you can still send us there. What?
Yes, no need to try and understand it. Let me put this simply. Right now, everything is turbulent and disordered. If you try to force your way in, you could be swept away by a giant wave that sets you down in an unknown corner of space-time. This is precisely why when entering the plane of euthymia, it's much safer if you place...
What? Alright, well, Paimon's staying here then. You two can go in.
Suit yourself. Worst case scenario, all we stand to lose is A. So what's the big deal?
You... Paimon's had it up to here with both of you! Oh, fine! Paimon's coming too.
Oh, well, if you're quite sure, then of course. Now, I shall send you on your way. I say... Oh, nothing. It just seems extraordinarily chaotic, that's all. My suspicions have been confirmed. By the way, remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by the giant waves of abstract space. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination. Well then, the door's open. Hop on in. I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'll be ready to respond if anything happens. I'm placing my god in your capable hands. For my sake, and for Inazuma's, please, bring her back.
Miko, you better know what you're doing!
That's enough chatter. Get to work. Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
Huh? How can this be? You have returned. But how were you able to get back in? And how come you have not changed at all in all these years? This is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first established. Over countless battles, not once have you lost. And had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you, for your firm commitment to enforcing the... You bring honor to the title of Guardian of Eternity. Now these two return once more to this space. An inevitability of fate, perhaps. Then, let this be our final duel. The conclusion to that which began 500 years ago. Final duel? Huh. So you're finally willing to... Stand back, traveler. I'm going to be the start of something new. The time our duels took to fight was long enough to witness the rise and fall of nations. The energy they consume, great enough to vaporize the ocean and turn day into night. The will they demand, sufficient to penetrate minds and crush dreams. You have endured. I will endure forever. Witness the final calamity! There is no escape! Shine down! This is the end. You have won. I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But a will that cannot be eroded has no way to embrace the future. You need not worry about the future. And you aren't alone. I know your power more than anyone else. Yet, my reason... And whenever I think of this, I feel something. The blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be trying to guide me. I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of battle. This power is beyond the limits of my... This blade belonged to Makoto. Perhaps it can only respond to me with its full power when I truly understand and believe in her. When I clasped Muso Ishi, it was at once a You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer stop you from attempting to modify the rules. From this day forth, this body will remain your assistant. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today onward, you are me. Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. You truly have changed. I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change, but as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future. Do you say this because you have not yet reconciled yourself with your... It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting the...
Hello, A. And greetings, those who have come to bear witness. I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duties and left you all to pick up the pieces. Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come so far. I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in... there was no time to wait for you to have but... everything happened so sudden. I've always felt terrible for having... I should have been the one to impart... Did you know what was about to happen? I had some sense of it. In my present... But I know that... Don't look down on me. See? It was with this possibility in mind. Here, take it. Before my last shred of but it is you who...
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh? Is it really? Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, A? I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred Sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh? Goodbye, Makoto.
So the A of the present planted the sacred Sakura in the realm of consciousness. No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Eternity is a concept intimately connected with time. When you begin to touch on eternity,
A place where time is meaning. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return And yet, that sense of disorderliness has now
I don't fully understand yet.
Well,
I know what you mean. Perhaps a higher power really was involved in all of this. But whatever the explanation, her solution is what saved us all. Without the sacred Sakura, Inazuma would likely have been
I know you've always perceived there was. You've tried in the past to.
No.
But don't you think that tree looked a lot...
The sacred Sakura is.
Ugh. Now we see who's pulling this...
I'm joking. And obviously I played. It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you. Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly. You were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind, weren't you? At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but suffice to say, time added a whole. Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence. The flow of turbulence.
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always meant to be there to witness what was going to happen?
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the... My first thought was... But it turned out you two have my thanks.
A?
My body has fully recovered, and the Shogun's will no longer fights against me.
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your... After all,
I only heard her voice. I'll be fine. I have to say, this has reminded me once again... She even factored my immaturity in. It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this day. I just planted a seed.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you did that you got to see her again. That's amazing!
Thank you.
today, at long last, Makoto and you are in.
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you.
Oh, come on.
Makoto said the exact same...
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder, does that qualify me to, maybe, take the position of Shogun for a couple of days? Actually, no. Forget that.
We will have to end the frivolities there. The Shogun and I will close... After that, I will abolish this...
Really?
I am no longer pursuing an eternity. I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead for Inazuma. I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, Traveler! Remember that pit at the bottom of the chasm? You know, the one that the giant pillar smashed into. Paimon took a quick peek before we left last time. There was some kind of light coming from inside. Don't you think that's a little strange?
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them. Abolishing the Sakoku decree has a myriad of implications. For example, I can foresee the outside world posing a threat.
Hey, you're thinking about this all so conscientious.
Honestly, Miko, many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them. Makoto's gaze was always fixed on the people of Inazuma, but now I see that hers was a gaze full...
If the people of the past deserved the god's attention, then...
Indeed. Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them. To put it bluntly, it was constant torture, with no... Faced with an endless battle, I had to remain focused at all times. Had my concentration lapsed for but a moment, the Shogun's blade would have taken my life. Safe to say, were it not for my previous experiences in combat, my skills would not have been up to the challenge. I would most certainly have been defeated. And through it all, you also had your part to play. Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. I will be sure to remind the Tenryou and Yashiro Commission it's not only the monsters that I am worried about.
That's a tough one, all right.
Since you clearly understand, many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them.
Ahem. Yaimiko said nothing of the sort. And the Traveler has some nerve making up spurious claims about her. Some words are not to be passed on. Trust me, you don't want to know the cost of betraying me. Just think of the things I said to you as our little secret.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Ooh, I suddenly want some fried tofu.
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them. By the protection of the Electro Archon, may the blossoms of the sacred Sakura.
Whoa. Well, this place is just as creepy as Paimon remembers it. If it wasn't for our little investigation, Paimon wouldn't ever come anywhere near this place.
Oh, Traveler and Paimon?
Yampe? Shouldn't you be at work in Liyue Harbor?
Well, to be perfectly honest, this case... Oh, but before I forget, could you do me a favor, please?
Huh? What are you talking about?
No, it's not like that. So if you could, please just...
Hey! And there she goes. Wouldn't have... do you think she did something illegal? Don't be so naive! Oh, what a dilemma. Should we really cover for her?
Oh, hey, you over there! Yeah, you!
Someone's coming! But that voice sounds pretty familiar.
Ah, it's you two. So, what are you two doing in a place like this, huh? Wait, don't tell me. You're on vacation. I must say, you two are looking pretty good. Things been going your way lately?
Ito? Who's that behind you?
Hey there, I'm with the Arataki gang. Kuki Shinobu. Nice to meet you.
Oh, all right. I almost forgot she was back there. Let me introduce you to Shinobu, the...
Oh, another member of Ito's...
Let me tell you, she's one of Hanamizaka's best and...
A friend of the boss is a friend of mine. You must be the Traveler in Paimon.
Yep. Nice to meet you too, Shinobu.
The pleasure's mine. I have a feeling that we'll be working together.
So, Ito, if she...
Are you kidding? Of course I'm the boss. To the four corners of Tevat, there is only...
Okay. Paimon gets the dynamic now. A useless boss.
Hey, you... you know what? Forget it. The average person couldn't possibly understand the dynamics of the art... Anyway, have you seen a pink-haired legal...
Uh-oh.
Her name's Yenfei. She's a legal advisor from Liyue.
Oh, no. We haven't seen her. We don't know this person at all.
Aha! So you have seen her.
No. What gave you that idea?
Aw, look at you getting all antsy. Seems I was able to get to the truth after...
When someone is lying, their eyes often start wandering subconsciously. Anyway, don't worry.
So, you got...
Well, she, kinda saved my life, so...
She saved your life? Wait, hold on. What are you two doing in the
You know that the Sakoku decree has been lifted recently. Well, Shinobu wanted to come to Liyue.
graduation certificate?
Yes. I studied law at the Tongue. We were taking care of some errands in Li.
Yep, if it wasn't for her, our trip to Liyue, but she said she didn't need my help with anything. I thought there's a chance she might run. What? No, it's not like that at all. Look, people can get into trouble when.
Traveler. That way.
Ah, great, thanks. I'll go after her. Shinobu, time to roll. Fear not, my savior. Ito's coming to your rescue.
Appreciate the help. Until next time.
Traveler, did you just send Ito the wrong... Or maybe she knows that Ito can be a big nuisance. Well, at least this way no... Alright. Look, Yampe is here Hey, Yampe! We sent away the people that were following you.
Oh, good. Thanks a lot. The guy with the weird outfit seemed super outgoing. Normally, I don't mind making friends, but...
Oh? So what kind of work?
Well, as a legal advisor, sometimes I also have... That's right. I found a will inside an old book. I'm guessing it was left by...
Paimon didn't know legal advice.
Will execution is also part of my work as a...
Oh? So you do know what kind...
Who's that?
Ah, I thought I might find you here.
Whatever case you're working on in the chasm, I'm sure Liyue's top legal consultant can handle it without my
Huh, that's funny. I thought we'd established that
Who is she?
This is Yelan. Liyue's,
Sure. Coincidentally, I have something to do. You may not know me, Traveler in Paimon, but I've certainly heard about you. You're all here on business, and it's my job to monitor the chasm. But, as it turns out...
Oh, that's most unfortunate. Could you spare a little time to help me?
I don't know.
Fair enough.
Hey, you!
Ito?
I know what you two did. You really tried to throw me off, didn't you? Well, and I thought we were buds.
That's close enough.
Huh? Who are you?
Sorry, this area is part of the chasm. It's closed to the general
Are you kidding me? I don't see any warnings.
Kid, where there's real danger, you'll never...
Paimon never knew this place was so important.
It's true. This is not a place you can just go in and out of as you wish. That's up.
The Traveler has done a lot for Liyue in the...
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You trying to say that I'm not famous?
I don't know your background, so I can't give you free
Ha! How would you know what Yenfei...
Right.
Oh! Why, you...
Please, try not to be so impulsive. She is right.
Uh-oh. Things are...
Oh, not good.
It's true that we don't know anything about the unique condition.
Thanks for the suggestion.
Oh yeah? And what if we don't leave?
Boss,
Then, I'm afraid things might get...
Is that so? You really think you can take the two of us?
Although you're friends with the Traveler and Yenfei,
Thanks for that, but
hold on, boss. There's no need to start a fight here.
oh no, I'm going in whether she likes it or not.
you think I was joking around, huh?
Oh no. These two are about to go at it.
Please, wait a minute, you two. This whole thing started because of me. Uh-oh, it's
Hey, stop trying to change the subject. I'm gonna, ah!
Ouch! What happened?
rocks under me to break the fall didn't help at all.
I'm gonna feel that in the morning. Hey, Shinobu, Traveler, and my...
Well, this...
Hey! So...
It seems the ground collapsed during our little confrontation up there. Perhaps because...
Well, don't look at me. If you weren't so rude...
It's my duty to stop intruders from breaking into important places. If telling the...
Hey, life's too short to give in on...
Boss, I'm afraid you're not going...
Hey, whose side are you on here?
I'm simply pointing out the facts.
Looks like Ito can't argue against either Yelan or Shinobu. He's in a real tough spot now. Hey! What do you mean? Don't you dare compare Paimon to Ito!
Whoa, whoa! What do you mean? You looking for a fight too?
Paimon was just saying how it is! Everyone knows you're a bit of an idiot.
You calling me an idiot? Oh yeah? Well, you're a puny little flying lavender melon, ha!
Flying lavender melon? Oh, that's it! Paimon's mad! Time to give you an ugly nickname! Bullchucker! You better mind your manners, Bullchucker!
We seem to be a long way down from where we fell. It's impossible to see what's going on up above.
It's unlikely we'll be able to climb back up that far. We'll need to find another way. I'm sorry to interrupt your lovely little chat here, but I think there's something you may need to know. The chasm is regarded as... I won't treat you as hostile.
Huh? Well, where does she think
Like she said, to search for an exit. I'm afraid I must apologize. I came to the chasm according to an eyewitness account. The person who received the device took it into the chasm and has been missing ever throughout history. Yelan's words of caution.
Whatever you say, my savior.
You said Yelan works for the Ministry of...
Well, that's what she tells out.
What kind of lame job would happen?
Oh, Paimon knows! An adventurer! Hey! What's with the face? Oh, did Paimon say something wrong? That's literally what the two of us do, isn't it? You're so stingy these days! Oh, just let Paimon be an adventurer by association, okay?
Yeah, she's got a point, Traveler. You're Paimon's boss. Take it from me. As a great leader, you should learn to be a little more generous. Yeah.
Ugh, you really don't understand anything about it.
Paimon, don't take him too seriously. He's just joking.
Ugh. For the sake of Shinobu.
I'm the boss, so...
Perhaps this was another sealed location.
I've got some food and water.
Great!
I know. Isn't she the best?
There seems to be an entrance up ahead with a
Wonder where it leads?
Surrender!
Who would have guessed we'd find it?
If there's a way in, then there...
The rocks here seem to be old.
What's that sound?
Conqueror of demons. What are you doing?
I came down from above.
So you're not here by accident.
No, I have something else to do. I'm looking for someone. You shouldn't be here. I would urge you to go back as soon as possible.
Well, that's Shao for ya. Shows up without a warning and disappears without a trace.
Huh. That guy looked pretty tough. Maybe almost as tough as me. Seems like a solid dude.
Seriously, Bullchucker? Where do you get your confidence from?
Should we really be letting him go off on his...
Oh, he wouldn't listen.
Everyone, keep your eyes and ears...
Oh, cat.
Boss!
Okay.
Besides, Yelan...
Ha!